Hi, good morning. Welcome. This is True Moon Tarot. Today we are sitting in my living room. So I wanted to do a wasn't really having a reading plan. So we're just gonna kind of do a few cards and see what spirit and our ancestors and our guides have for us. Okay. I've got two decks in front of me. I've got the Magical Correspondence deck by Eugene Vininsky. These two we're going to put back. And then let's go ahead and pull from this one is the Crow deck by MJ McCollum. And again, we will pick these two up, which are Pentacles. Okay, so first, right off the bat, so first at the bottom of our Crow Tarot deck, we have the Three of Swords, and then at the bottom of the Magical Correspondence, we have the Moon card. So first of all, I just want to say, because I do know one of those cards on the Magical Correspondence is the Two of Cups. Is it that one? Yeah. So let me just start off by saying, first of all, I want to apologize because I feel like there's some kind of displaced disappointment, and you're putting it towards yourself or whoever your partner is, and this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. The fuck is emotional? Anyways, I've you have been you have been doing some much needed enlightenment, some much needed healing from your past traumas. I'm seeing some abandonment issues. Maybe that's one of your self-destructive habits is you don't necessarily push people away, but you make sure you always have a backup. That way, if something does happen, you've got somewhere else to go. You've got a trusted circle, a trusted person that you can go to, when in reality, you're using your own narcissism and your own underlining fear of your trauma and fear of experiencing and moving out of said trauma. You're using you're using those habits and the things that you know and your empathic abilities and your good vibes to bring people to you, so that way you are not by yourself. That way you are not alone. That way you don't really get abandoned because there's somebody still there. You know what I mean? Like, you've got somebody on the back burner who isn't gonna abandon you, right? When in reality, you're the one who's giving up on people. You're the one who's abandoning people. You're the one who's leaving. I do see though that there was a shift. Some of you still kind of have that mindset. You still have those thoughts, like those racing thoughts, but you don't act on them because you know that those are self-destructive. You know that it's just, you would literally just be repeating the same cycle that you've been repeating for 10 years, right? What are the numbers? I've got 20, that's 6, that's 11. That would be 10, that would be 1, and that's 3. I was trying to think if there's anything like as far as the numbers are concerned. I'm seeing here that for whatever reason, there's a little bit of not necessarily tension, but lack of communication that is causing possible tension, possible built up, I almost said occurrences. Um, I feel like you're being told that just stay calm, be patient. Like it's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen in the way that you think, much less the way that you want it to happen. But the action of these things happening, the ability of said things to happen, is coming. It is coming. You made that decision to change the way that you view your perception and change the way that you view things, right? You've made that conscious effort to not run away, to not let old habits take hold of you again. And so with that, you are finally able to actually move past this whole healing process, this whole action oriented thing, and now you're moving towards the actual physical wish fulfillment, the seeing of your wishes and your dreams and your desires begin to play out in your life. I will be back just 1 second. Okay, so now the reason I said at the beginning that we were going to keep what was at the bottom of the deck was because we have the Two of Cups over here, and we have the Three of Swords, and then the Moon card. Some of you are not being honest with yourselves. Some of you, this could also be the other person, right? This does not have to be about you. This could be about the other person in the situation. This could be about the other person in your life. It could be about your family. It could be about your friends. But anyways, somebody is not being honest with themselves. They feel as though they're being torn into two different directions. For some of you, there is an actual third party situation where it is maybe not necessarily somebody that you've actually done something with, but there is somebody that is taking somebody's time away from the person that it should be going to, from the situation, from the experience that it should be going to. I do feel like that thing has shifted, whether it be both parties or just one party. There is an emphasis on speaking your truth. I keep hearing that in my head, and I keep feeling like almost like it's kind of hard to speak, but there's some kind of healing that is associated with your throat chakra that needs to be expressed. Some kind of secret or tension, something like that. Puppies want to go outside. As for the Page of Wands card, like I said, this is we're going now from the action-oriented aspect of your healing to the manifestation aspect of it, which is why we have the Page of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Hold on, baby. The Ace of Swords is the beginning of your action, right? It's the underlining force of what drives said actions. And then with the Page of Wands, page being 11. Wait, no. Is it page then knight? I think it's page then knight. But anyways, so yeah, that would make it 11, not 12. What was I saying? You're gonna be going from. Okay, so this is where it gets mystical. You are physically going to be seeing the dreams, the desires, the beginnings of your manifestation. And you're going to begin to notice them. You're going to begin to notice when you derail them, when you're off your path, because we're going to your subconscious here. With the Moon card, we're going into the depths of your shadow, but not. It's more of like, learn to work with this person, learn to work with this other half of yourself. That way you both are risen, you both rise. So even your shadow self, while it is still the opposite of your highest self, so to speak, in a simplistic term, it is still higher than it was before. Its vibration is still elevated. You can be living in your shadow self while still being abundant, while still being happy, while still prospering and helping others prosper. You don't have to be negative in order to be shadow. Like that there's no comparison there, and that's what everybody kind of is getting away from. We're understanding and we're learning how energy is literally just energy. It is the person behind it. It is their intention that turns it positive or negative, right? So I really think that's all I have for you. I'm really proud of you guys. Like, I'm proud of all of us, and I will say this. Why are you coming by me? This is something that will help move you forward. The fact that I also want to say this, the fact that we've got Judgment, Temperance, and the Moon, and those being the only major arcana that we had on the table. Temperance is patience. It's also Sagittarius. It is about the mutability of your physical self and your emotional self, your mental self, your spiritual self, right? It is about the balance, right? A centaur is not only earth, but it is human. Therefore, it is earth and it is fire. It is creation. The arrow indicates that it is air. It is traveling. It is, again, mutable. That's what being air or having airy qualities means. Is it's not necessarily that you're like ditzy or, you're blah, 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 go with the flow, but it's that you're mutable. You can, what did I used to always say? I never belonged to a clique in school, right? I did not associate with just one group of people. I was the geeky, gothy nerd who talked to the smart people, who talked to the preppy sports people, who talked to the science nerds, who talked about anime, who talked about rap, who talked about all sorts of things, right? I was literally the embodiment of a mutable Sagittarius, in my opinion. But anyways, I digress. Being mutable means understanding perspectives. It means taking not only your perspective and your view of things, but being able to look at it from the other party's point of view, the other party's maybe reasons for why they think the way that they do, right? You want to look out of the box. One thing to try in order to help you be mutable is when you're meditating, try to visualize you looking at yourself. I used to do that a lot, and that's actually how I tend to remember my memories. Is it's not that I'm looking at it through my eyes. I'm literally looking at it from above everybody else, and I can see everybody. That's usually how I remember my memories. That's how when I'm thinking back on something, that's how it plays in my head. So while you're meditating, try that. That will help you learn to access other points of view. It also helps with astral traveling and lucid dreaming. We have 14:14 on my clock. I also saw earlier 11:23, but I didn't want to say anything, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now. So earlier when I had said, moving forward, it was 11:23, and the 1, 2, 3 stuck out at me. But anyways, we have every single one of us, even if you don't notice it and you don't see it, we have all drastically changed from who we were a year ago to even 5 months ago. The way that our world is evolving and the way that life is playing out around us, a lot of us, myself included, have been going through a dark night of the soul, so to speak. It's been a time when you feel like everything is up against you and you feel like you're literally fighting to stay here. You feel like there's really no reason, there's no purpose, there's no way out, is what you feel. But then comes along a person or an animal or even a quote, something, and it changes. And in that little split second, you have just gone from level 50 to level 200. Does that make sense? By experiencing these dark nights of the souls that we go through, and the depression and the anger and all of that, you truly evolve. Not just you, but your soul, your spirit, your energetic cord that ties you to the universe changes. And that is a very good thing. Very good thing. Looking at me right now, you wouldn't realize, but 2 days ago, at the beginning of the week, not till about 2 days ago, I was depressed. I mean, non-stop crying. Could not stop. Did not want to eat. Did not want to breathe. Literally had no motivation to do a single thing. I literally thought I was going to have my husband take me to a hospital. But guess what? I'm okay. It literally disappeared. Don't get me wrong, I still have a little bit of fuzziness, but I also know that that's because that's the fear. That's the things that have not been discussed. That's the actions that need to be taken but haven't been taken yet. With that being said, we are going to pull one more card. We'll use this one. We're going to pull one more card just as a little pick me up, a little one card blessing, so to speak. What is one thing that we need to say for those who needed to hear this message? You can't make this up. Temperance, again, be patient, be kind, take your time. Don't worry about what's going to happen in 2 months, because the truth is we don't know. The truth is you can say all day long that I'm going to get this job promotion, or that I'm going to do this. By the end of the year, we're going to have this new house, right? You can say all of those things, but the fact of the matter is you don't know what God has in store for you. You don't know what the universe has in store for you. Yeah, you may get that house, but you may only have that house to unearth some crazy past family secret, right? Or you may only get that house to test your relationship capabilities, right? There's so many different variables and so many different ways that God can teach us lessons that you literally just have to be patient. You have to live every day like it's your last. And that is the cheesiest thing to say, but it's the truth. You have to be happy and grateful and blessed for those around you and those that aren't, those that have hurt you. And remember to accept forgiveness. Remember to apologize. Remember to be your truest and highest self, so that way you leave the world in a better place. Because at the end of the day, that's all we can do, is try to leave the world a better place, because we were in it. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I wanted to make it a quick video, but obviously it's not. I'm gonna assume that is not my specialty, and that's probably also why I don't make very many videos, because my videos are always long, and maybe that's just my process. Maybe that's how these things work and play out for me. Oh, I'm hungry. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I am going to try to crochet and clean the house a bit, relax. I've had all week off. I've had some health issues go on this week, lots of doctor's appointments. So prayers would be wonderful, guys. Good vibes, all that good stuff. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And remember that this is not the end. So, love you guys.